Good morning and welcome to the 2018 New Hampshire High Technology Council membership meeting. We're glad you could join us. Over the next few minutes, we're going to take you through some of the highlights of 2017-18, some exciting new initiatives that we were working on, and 3 votes that we were asking our membership to weigh in on. I'm joined by our board chair, Taral Cowison, and want to thank Taral and the full board for a tremendous year for the council. You can see the list of our members there. We're governed by a 15-member board, and we have 2 members rolling off as of the end of this month. And those 2 members are Sanag Ibrahim from the New Hampshire Manufacturing Extension Partnership and Dawn Wivel from Firebrand International. They have served on the board for 6 years, and we are very thankful for their service over that time and know they are committed to staying involved and supporting the council in the future. So I want to go through a few highlights of some statistics, mainly relating to over the last 4 or 5 years, because it's been an exciting time for the council. I'm thrilled to report that our membership is at an all-time high right now with 253 members. Those members represent over 30,000 people in the companies in New Hampshire and in northern Massachusetts. We already have 48 new members this year. We had 42 total last year, so it's exciting to see members, companies wanting to join and become engaged with the council. Our gross revenues have been on an upward trend for several years. As you can see, we're looking at a projected 74% increase since 2014 to 2018, and that is enabling us to address some of the exciting initiatives that Taral is going to discuss shortly. Our membership renewal rates, since we've been tracking them, have gone up significantly and leveled off in the 84–85% range, which is terrific. Our larger members' renewal rates are actually in the 90s, so that adds a lot of stability to the organization. Because our larger members have been renewing at a higher percentage, our average member dues have been going up, and this all contributes to a solid bottom line so we can offer quality programming and further engage our members. Speaking of engagement, in 2013, we had about 800 people coming to our programs, and we estimated for 2017 that number to jump to about 3,000. So we're up almost 4-fold in the number of people that are connecting with our programming, which is really exciting. Similar increases in engagement in social media. As you can see here, all of the channels have increased significantly over the time, and we expect that this will continue to grow as it really has become the engagement tool of choice with the council. And we can't do this level of programming and interaction without our core sponsors. We run a partnership with several companies through our technology ecosystem partnership, and they provide a blanket of funding that we can use across our events, and in exchange receive a lot of extra promotion as premier sponsors. And you see the names listed there. And we also wanted to visually identify some other significant sponsors over the past year who have stepped up and supported the organization. Going into some of our committee work, our Government Affairs Committee has been very active this year. As you can see here, there's 5 general areas that we focus on from a legislative standpoint. And we're excited to plan out some statewide input sessions for the fall of this year so that we can really get some feedback from the members on their initiatives as we head into a biennial budget year starting in January 2019. We couldn't do the work that we do without the support of our volunteers. And on the next several slides, you will see several over 100 people volunteering their time on numerous committees for the Tech Council, and we're greatly appreciative of these individuals for their hard work and their dedication on their own, and for their employers for allowing them to put time and energy into these efforts. And another major pillar for the Tech Council is the work around workforce development. Our members continually voice their concerns about attracting enough tech talent. So we have been working with the New Hampshire Sector Partner Initiative and have a grant with them to support an advisor that's really working with the tech sector to align companies with potential grant funding that can do workforce training. And we're also working very closely with the Computer Science for New Hampshire Working Group to integrate more computer science opportunities for kids K through 12 to look at the pipeline from that perspective as well. We have some upcoming events that we're excited about. Entrepreneur of the Year is coming up June 13th, as well as the Tech Women Power Breakfast. We're accepting applications for Product of the Year now, and that date is October 11th. And save the date for Tech Out, very exciting event on November 15th. And just a little more detail on some of these events. So Tech Out, we were able to secure additional investment dollars through a partnership with the Business Finance Authority. And so last year, our investment jumped from $100,000 to $300,000, and that's a 3-year commitment. So we awarded $300,000 last year, and we will be doing that again in 2018 and 2019. So really great opportunity to really help some promising startups. Product of the Year was a wonderful event again, and last year's winner, iCAD's PowerLook Tomo detection, offers some great potential into taking breast cancer research to the next level and detection. And the Tech Women, Tech Girls event has really matured with monthly luncheon events, some great outreach events into schools through teachers and through members of the tech community to stimulate interest in girls learning more about tech. And this picture was from our very successful Tech Women Luncheon this year with our honorees and speakers included in that photo. And Biotech MedTech is our newest cluster, and that one is gaining a ton of momentum. And the most recent event we held at Army and received an update from Dean Kamen. And as you can see, the governor and Dean Kamen were both on hand for a sellout. And that was a lot of excitement about this initiative, and we're really happy to be supportive of this effort. So there are 3 motions that the board is moving to the membership, and we'll be looking for members to cast their votes by 5 p.m. on June 1st. And board membership input is key. Members make these decisions. So the board has moved Emily Bolton to the membership for consideration of a 3-year board term. Her bio is in the presentation here, and that term would start pretty much the end of June 1st if the vote is successful. The second motion is to move Terrell Cowison, Pete LaChance, and Jeff Amaro for a second term starting June 1st, 2018. And the third motion is to move the leadership slate for a 1-year term beginning June 1st. And that slate is Terrell Cowison as chair, Matt Benson as vice chair, Jeff Amaro as secretary, and Pete LaChance as treasurer. These motions are posted. These motions, votes can be cast on these motions through a poll, and that link is on the council website under the membership section. There is a link there posted, and it will also be sent to all members directly in an email. And now I'm going to turn it over to Terrell to talk about some of the cutting edge activities that are going on with the council.
Thanks so much, Matt, and hi to everyone. I'm really excited to talk about some of the new initiatives that are taking place, and it really builds on that foundation that Matt spoke about earlier in this presentation. So the first that many of you may have heard about is our new alliance with AlphaLoft. So the board has been speaking for several years about what is the council's role around startups, and late last year we were approached by the AlphaLoft board to see about bringing in AlphaLoft and its programming and staff into the council fold. And so I'm really excited to have Josh and Kristen as part of the team, and is particularly around the thought partnership and the value proposition about what we can deliver to startups. And as some of you may have known or attended, we had the Startup Shindig yesterday evening, which was a great turnout and great success, where $300,000 was awarded to 3 different companies. And it was all built off of Alpha Loft's Accelerate New Hampshire program to really equip startups with positioning their companies for success. Looking ahead, you'll hear much more about this, but we plan to announce a new alliance with Live Free and Start. So look for that announcement later this summer, along with some additional details about that. We also have a new rebranding effort underway. So given the shift and the scope of organizations that the council is reaching through programs and events and training and all of that, we will be moving to a new name of the New Hampshire Tech Alliance. That new brand and website will roll out in September. I'm really excited about that. We also have a new mission that the board approved on May 22nd. You'll hear a little bit more about this when I talk about the value pillars that the organization is adopting, but you can read that here. We really are focusing on being a statewide technology association, recognizing that we are a small state, and despite some perceived geographic silos, we really are more effective when we work as a cohesive ecosystem. In addition to Josh and Kristen, who are now staff at the council, we are also looking to hire a full-time executive director. So Matt has led, in partnership with the board, tremendous stewardship. He's been a fantastic lead for us. But because of that success, Matt has essentially worked himself out of a part-time job. And so we're now moving on to bringing in a full-time executive director. So that search started in earnest late last week. And we will continue to consider applications until the position is filled. And I'm really excited to note as well that Matt will continue to serve in an advisory capacity once the new executive director is on board, to just ensure a seamless transition. And this really speaks to Matt's experience and history of working with the council. And he's an integral part of helping set us up for further success. Looking ahead, and speaking with our membership and thinking about how do we reorganize and talk about our value proposition, what we've heard from our members across the size of companies and across the different industries in the tech sector, there's a clear demand for talent and workforce development, recruitment, and retention. The education and programming is part of the value proposition. Advocacy and policy, as Matt pointed out on the slide, with the Government Affairs Committee, and then ecosystem engagement. So we hear frequently at our events that people really appreciate connecting with others with whom they would not have connected, operating in the silos that they work. And so this is how we are reorganizing our work, all with the intention of supporting our members and having a clearer value proposition. And underpinning all of this, you see the events and networking, our member resources and benefits, which include the offering of a 401k service to 401k benefits to organizations who are looking to recruit and retain employees. And then just really having a solid financial sustainability model along with clear governance and operational and organizational functions. So as Matt mentioned, we do have the 3 motions that we would appreciate everybody's votes on. So you can see that link here. This link, along with the full presentation, will be available off the council website. So you can either jot it down here, I'll leave it up for a few seconds, or you can go to the website. And so again, thank you for listening to this recording, and for those of you who joined us in the actual member call. Thank you for joining us yesterday and your patience with the technical issues, but hopefully this gives you the full breadth of information, and we appreciate your time. Look
Thank you very
forward to
much.
working with you next year. Thanks.